Hello there. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us on the news desk of NTA Channel 5 Abuja at 1. I am Tessie Omeri. We begin on traffic issues. Henceforth, all violators of traffic rules and regulations will be subjected to a 3-day compulsory training after prosecution. Directorate of Many thanks for staying tuned. Please accept sincere apologies for that little hitch we experienced earlier. It's in a bit to give you good service. Hope you'll bear with us. Earlier we started with traffic regulations where henceforth all violators of traffic rules and regulations will be subjected to a 3-day compulsory training after prosecution. Directorate of Road Traffic Services Abdul Latif Bello made this known during a recent raid of the illegal activities of motorcycles and tricycles in Abuja. Onoze Yakubu tells us more.
Within 2 weeks of operations, more than 150 vehicles, 300 motorcycles, and 15 tricycles were impounded at different locations. The operations is to rid the city of rickety vehicles and ensure that motorcycles operate within the approved routes, as violators will be prosecuted.
They are going to be made to face, the law as quickly as possible. But before they face the mobile courts, they will have to undergo 3 days training compulsorily to acquaint themselves with the rules and the regulation of using our our roads.
It's what will become a complete package. The city had reached a point where we can no longer work as separate components. Both the environmental component, as you are seeing going on behind, both the DRTS component, both the development control component, both the parks component, both the SDS components. They are all one and same under the FCT administration. I think that's what we have all been doing here.
The enforcement was carried out at Area 1, Apple Bridge, Airport Road, and Gishiri Junction, which the enforcement team says will be sustained. Onoze Yakub, NT News.
Now to agriculture. The Federal Capital Territory Administration, in partnership with the Nigerian Meteorological Agency (NIMET), has sensitized FCT farmers to seasonal climate prediction for increased food production. Secretary FCT Agriculture and Rural Development Secretariat, Abubakar Ibrahim, says it is with a view to educating farmers on important information on weather condition as they affect agriculture and other socio-economic conditions. Ifeanyi Ezumba has details.
Being aware of real-time weather conditions like air and dew temperature, precipitation and humidity is the best way to protect crops and secure a high and healthy yields. Secretary Agri-Secretariat Abubakar Ibrahim, who was speaking at the event, revealed that the task before them is to evolve strategies that will help mitigate the harsh effects of climate change.
We are trying to see how we can improve our production in the FCT so that in the near future we can be able to take care of not only Northeast, the entire country.
The capable team from NIMET are not only here to present the downscaling of the FCT, but also to interact and understand the specific needs of the user community.
Director Agri Services, Francisca Ihekando, said the forecast, which was presented by experts, will give information on the onset, duration and quantity of rain and dry season.
Information on rainfall patterns can be utilized to manage the devastating effect of fall armyworm pest, which originated from America and had posed a serious threat to food security in Nigeria since 2016.
The farmers' extension agents and other stakeholders who were privileged to be there were encouraged to seize the opportunity afforded by the program to gather all the necessary information needed to ensure food sufficiency in the territory. In Abuja, Ifeanyi Ezumba, NT News.
And to discuss more on this year's farming season and other agricultural engagements, I have with me the mandate Secretary FCT Agri-Secretariat. You're welcome to our studio.
Thank you. Good to have you.
Same here. So you have spent 4 months in office as the mandate Secretary FCT Agri-Secretariat.
Yes.
How has the experience been so far?
Let me first of all thank the God Almighty Allah for giving me this opportunity, and the Honorable Minister of State, Dr. Ramatu Tijani Aliu, for finding me worthy for this great assignment. You know, I have worked under her office for 2 years as SA on special duties. Okay. So I'm almost familiar with the happenings in the Rural Development Secretariat. Okay. So I know the challenges and I know the expectations on me are very high. There is need for us to look at how we can make some improvement in the agricultural sector in FCT. What I mean by that, you need to look at the area of input supply, okay, like fertilizer, non-fertilizer inputs, timely distributions of these items to the farmers. Okay. I'm working seriously on that. Okay. So that's why you have just played one of our reports. Yes. My collaboration with NIMET, yes, on the weather. We are trying to sensitize our farmers on what to produce and how to produce it and the time they should produce it. Yes. So equally from our own part as a government, We are going to support them with all the necessary items that required for them to increase our production in the FCT.
Okay.
So these are some of the issues that are before us that we are trying to achieve. And I have done a lot in these 4 months. You remember last year there was nationwide answers.
Yes.
So most of our stores in the FCT were vandalized.
Yes.
So, and we are on the process of repairing all of them. And that's what brings the delay of the supply of these agricultural
inputs for this year.
For this year.
And already the rains are here.
Yes, the rains are here, but we have a calendar. Very soon we will invite you. We are going to launch our 2022 farming season. We are not late yet. We are on the preparatory aspect of it.
Okay, so how prepared are you?
We are much prepared. Okay. We are much prepared. Like I said, what you just play is part of the preparation.
Like I say, a lot of activities.
Yes,
there.
we educate them, sensitize them on what to produce and how are they going to produce it.
Okay.
Our agri-extension workers are all over the place, teaching our farmers. We already put them into cooperatives. We are giving them more knowledge on that. Okay. Yes.
So the reintroduction of the tractor hiring scheme is no doubt a welcomed development.
Yes.
I'm sure so many people are eager. So
yes.
When are the tractors coming in, and when are you going to commence?
Yes. You know, you see, when I came on board, I go around the 62 wards of FCT to inspect all our facilities. What I mean, our facilities, the ARDS facilities.
When you say the ARDS?
Agricultural Rural Development Secretariat.
Okay.
So I find out that we don't have a single tractor in the FCT. So I said, how can we achieve food production without this kind of very important? So I said, we need to. I asked questions. I sat down with all the technical directors. I asked questions. They said there was a program before, but they have stopped. I said, why? The lack of maintenance and other issues. I said, okay, let us reintroduce it back. So that let us put all the necessary measures, checking, supervision. We can even put some of these modern technologies like trackers to monitor what the drivers are doing.
Okay.
Yes, that's why I say it is important. There is no way we can, you can do agriculture without tractor.
Sure.
People from neighboring states are bringing in their own for our farmers to pay money for hiring. Which is, we can use our own to make money for the administration. So
that's another way of revenue generation.
Another way of revenue generating. So I'm looking at maybe we have proposed 20 in the budget. If we can be able to get the 20 to go a long way in helping our farmers. Let's say like two in each of the area councils. Then 4 will be at the central mechanic workshop. If there is special need, we can now look at that.
Okay, the issue of agriculture, has gone beyond just the provision of, fertilizers and agro inputs, just as you have mentioned, to the issue of knowledge transfer, the need for mechanized farming, the need for farming in large scale, the need for the knowledge, like we're talking about current trends in agriculture.
Yes.
How do you intend to help farmers, to have this current technology so that they'll be able to meet up?
Recently, we train about 600 farmers. Most of them are women.
Okay.
In this new technology of greenhouse farming. Okay. This greenhouse farming is an all year round program, all year round farming.
Okay.
Like you, as a civil servant, you can set up your own greenhouse farm at the backyard of your house, where you can put onions, carrots, spinach, all these things, and you can do it. You can do it and harvest in a space of 2 months.
Okay.
It's a new technology. We have a demonstration farm in Gwagwalada Area Council. we have trained 600 women and youth in that area. Okay. Now, if you see what we are trying to achieve is that we need to increase the production. How can we increase the production? We have to introduce new technologies. Sure. This is what we are doing. We are impacting their knowledge. Okay. Let them know that you can be doing farming every time in year, not only during rainy season.
There's nothing like it's only a raining season.
No.
Farming should be like all year round affair.
And if you go to these our supermarkets, ShopRite, Dunes and Co., they can be buying from these our local farmers. Okay. Not necessarily these big time farmers. Even you can harvest your own, choose the customer you want to sell to. They will just go and display in their supermarkets. So we are impacting more on them. Secondly, we're in partnership with IITA. Okay. IITA is another very important partner with us in terms of sensitization and bringing more knowledge to our farmers. FCT Leventis. Leventis too, we train, just recently 100 students graduated from that institution. Most of them were graduates. Wow. They were degree holders. Okay. But after they came to do NYC with us, some of them find it attractive. Let them join us. And there is a program of 6 months. They will train them in many agricultural activities, after which starter packs are given to them. Yes, in kind of like 300,000 per person. Oh.
I can see you have a lot to give this afternoon, but time is not our friend. Hope to have you here back some other time to talk more on this all-important sector of the economy, talking about agriculture.
Thank you very much.
You know, is power.
Is power. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And we hope to have you some other time. Abubakar Ibrahim, the FCT Agri Secretary. Thank you for coming on the news at 1.
Thank you very much. Good to have you.
You're welcome. You're watching the news at 1, and when we return, we'll have more reports. Stay with us.
NTA Channel 5, Abuja. We are everywhere in the Federal Capital Territory and beyond. From Amak, Abaji, Gwagwalada, Kuje, Buari, and Kwali area councils. Stay with us, the Unity Station.
Many thanks for staying tuned. Now to security. Declining moral value in the society has been described as a contributory factor to the rise in criminal activities among youths. The area commander, Karu Philomena Lawrence, stated this while responding to questions on the weekly security check program called the police on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. Asabe Tanimu Williams monitored the program.
The Assistant Commissioner of Police and Area Commander Caro Philomena Lawrence emphasized that unless people play their role to stop glorifying others whose source of wealth are questionable, the society will not be a better place to live.
Something happens in your house or in your environment and you don't inform police. They are not magicians to know that something has happened. You know, a whole lot of issues we are having is people, rather than give information to the police, shy away from doing that. And at the end, they come out blaming the police. I am not saying that, you know, there are no negatives. But Nigerians are making it look as if the negatives are too far outweigh the positives. So they should come up. Okay. I am the area commander. They should come to me and then see how I will handle their...
She further stated that all hope is not lost if members of the society can always report suspicious movements of people as well as their activities.
But all we need is information. We need information. You know these boys. We don't know them. We are not from your community. So when you know, when you see them, You let us know who they are, and then watch us do our magic.
Area commander concluded by advising parents to teach their wards simple security tips in order to build a safer society. Asabe Williams, NTA News.
Vocational and skill acquisition should be prioritized for socio-economic development of the country. Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule made the assertion during the inauguration of the Skill Acquisition and Entrepreneurship Development Center North Central of National Youth Service Corps at Magaji Danya Musa Orientation Camp, Kefi. Mohammed Awalu has details.
Bakery, garment and water factories, computer lab, among other projects were commissioned. The South State Governor, Abdullahi Sule, says the era of over-reliance on government for white-collar jobs is over, hence the need for graduates to embrace entrepreneurial skills for survival.
The need for us not only to acquire a degree, but to acquire a skill. So with this, I want to thank you for your vision, for redefining and reinvigorating the NYSC as a whole.
The acquisition of the skill, which is so critical because the government is not in a position today to give employment to every corner after graduating.
We are happy because you have set the pace for everybody to come and learn from you. You have also fought seriously, and you are still fighting the poverty in our community, in the state, and in the country in general.
Director General, National Youth Service Corps, Major General Shuaibu Ibrahim, says the scheme is not only about national integration, but also an avenue for youth to acquire vocational and technical skills for self-reliance.
In 2012, NYSC introduced what we call the skill acquisition and entrepreneurship training for all our corps members. And corps members that have taken advantage of this platform, they have established their businesses. Apart from being self-reliant and create wealth, they have also employed thousands of fellow Nigerians and taking it off the unemployment market.
As a bank, it's of pride for us to support youth empowerment and economic development.
From Magaji Daya Musa, Permanent Orientation Camp, Kefi, Muhammad Sani Awalu, NTA News.
The picture you're about to see on your screen is that of Regina Idoku. Regina Idoku Eje, a 19-year-old girl who left home at number 564 Goshen Villa Estate, Piakasa, Lugbe, Abuja since 31st March 2022 at about 8 a.m. to an unknown destination. She is dark in complexion, 5 feet tall, and has no tribal marks. Regina is from Lafia local government area of Nasarawa State. She speaks Idoma and English languages fluently. The FCT Police Command is calling on any member of the public with useful information on her whereabouts to please contact the command on the following numbers: 08032003913 or call 080615819338. And on sports, the Executive Committee of the Nigerian Football Federation mandate its Technical and Development Subcommittee to within 5 days make recommendations for new coaching crews for the Super Eagles Chan team under 20 boys and under 17 boys respectively, as Liverpool are close to a semi-final of the UEFA Champions League plays. Details with Abdullahi Ajia on Sports Brief.
The outcome of the NFF Executive Committee meeting held Tuesday after exhaustive deliberations made a number of resolutions. The committee tendered its unreserved apology to the federal government and the people of Nigeria for the inability of the Super Eagles to qualify for the FIFA Qatar World Cup. The committee has mandated its technical committee to recommend coaches for the vacant national teams in order to ensure adequate preparations ahead of their tournaments, while commending the women under-20 team, the Falconets, for their qualification for this year's FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup in Costa Rica. Meanwhile, Liverpool down Benfica as they put foot into the UEFA Champions League semi-finals after a 3-1 away victory on Tuesday night, just as Manchester City earned a slim 1-0 victory against Spanish champions Atletico Madrid at the Etihad Stadium. Tonight, Chelsea will welcome Real Madrid at Stamford Bridge, while Villarreal host Bayern Munich in another last-8 cracker. With Sports Brief, Abdullahi Hajia, NTA News.
And still talking sports, historically sports has always held in the national integration of a people because of the significant role it plays in identifying talents, promoting fair play and inspiring hard work. Asabetomi Williams examines the International Day of Sports, celebrated every 6th of April, from this perspective of its power as a unifying factor.
Records show that rival countries have arranged various sporting events like peaceful cricket, football matches after war, or any clash to sort out issues among themselves. As sports is popular among the youth as well as among all the sections of the society, it also contributes to physical fitness and also for a better mental health. It strengthens relations among countries and contributes immensely to peaceful coexistence. These are some of the reasons sports has been chosen for development, as further explained by a seasoned sports administrator who underscores the significance of the theme, securing a sustainable and peaceful future for all, the contribution of sports.
And Nigeria, being a member of the United Nations, actually signed into that pact to use sports for development in the world. It is that singular factor that can bring about turnaround changes in the lives of the youths, especially at that grassroots level. Schools, primary schools, secondary schools, universities, and it is at this level that you can use sports to actually imbibe in these children the necessary or the much desired discipline. And it is also at this level you can imbibe the spirit of peace and unity among the children.
In commemorating this day, the United Nations usually try to identify the positive influence that sports can have on the advancement of human rights, social and economic development. It arranges various discussions of experts and online events which can guide other countries to link sports with development and peace.
Asabe Williams.
And on that sports note, we conclude our bulletin this 1 p.m. But before we go, do remember to take your COVID-19 vaccine and adhere strictly to safety protocols to keep safe. We have more reports at 7 p.m. Thanks for watching.